Thank you for choosing this yoga video to help guide you through your sequence today. I'm Jessica Kitura, and this is Performance Yoga. We're bringing you the sequence all the way from beautiful Switzerland, and we're starting this 15-minute flow in child's pose, so when you're ready, roll out your mat and let's get started. Coming down into child's pose, let's walk the fingers all the way to the front of the mat. Feet are together and knees are tucked in neatly underneath your body. Bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. And we'll take a few deep breaths here. Moving up into your tabletop position, square your wrists right under your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. We're going to work on our thread the needle, but before we do, let's stretch out the shoulders. So lifting the left arm up into the air, hand comes all the way up to the sky. Take a deep breath and stretch through the chest and over to the right side, looking up towards your top hand. Back to the left side. And one more time on the right side. Big stretch. This time we're going to bring our left arm all the way up, and when we come down, we're going to swoop it underneath the right arm and all the way down to the shoulder. Coming back up, lifting the right arm up. Same thing on that side, coming all the way down to the shoulder, just a touch, and then coming back up. From here, let's bring the arms all the way forward. Hips stay directly above the knees. And into our puppy pose. Go ahead and rock the hips back and forth if that feels good. Trying to release the tension that you're holding in your low back. And coming up onto our forearm plank. Let's hold here for a few breaths. Bringing the hips all the way up towards the sky for a modified downward dog. And then when you're ready, meeting in a full downward dog by coming up onto the hands. Make sure and bend into the knees here in order to achieve a straight spine. Good, and let's roll all the way forward into our high plank for our knee to elbow touches. We're going to do about 20 to 25 touches here. Right knee to right elbow, left knee to left elbow. Find a good pace and try and stick to it. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's push it back into our downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Good. When we roll back forward into our high plank, we're going to alternate knee to elbow. So left knee to right elbow, right knee to left elbow. Here we go. Keeping that pace. Upper body stays still, only your lower body is moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push it back into your downward facing dog. Walk it out here, bend into your knees. Big deep breath. Good. Let's take the right leg. We're going to slide it all the way through the hands and coming up into our high lunge. So raising the hands all the way up towards the sky. Let's grab onto the left wrist and pull it over to the side. So big stretch through the left side. Coming back up through center, We're going to take our back knee and drop it down just to touch the mat, and then coming back up. And 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it there for a second, hovering just above the mat. And coming back up, let's drop the hands down to frame the foot, pushing back into downward facing dog. Take a second to walk it out here, bending into one knee and then the other. And then we'll bring the left leg forward for the same thing on the other side. Hands come all the way up to the sky. Let's grab onto that right wrist to begin with, pulling it all the way over to the side. And back up to center. Let's drop the knee down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep the arms up. And 10. Hovering here for just a second. Coming all the way back up. Bring the hands back down, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Take a second here to find your breath. We'll come forward into our high plank and then make our way to our side plank, coming down onto the forearm. Lifting the hips high, we're going to do our side plank crunches. So the top arm's going to come all the way down and underneath and then open up towards the sky. Keeping the hips nice and high, we'll only do about 5 of these. 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back into our high plank. Step 1 foot forward, cross through your wide-legged forward fold, dropping the head down towards the mat. And pivoting towards the other side so your opposite leg is forward. Bring that leg back into plank, coming onto the other side for our side plank crunches. Bringing that top arm all the way up towards the sky and then down and through. Hips are held nice and high, feet are stacked. Good, and make your way back into your downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward into a forward fold. Take a deep breath in. Come to your flat back, so hands on the mat or on your shins. And let's do a big bend into the knees and make our way all the way down to the mat. As we come into our boat pose, we'll tuck the knees in close to the chest. Grab onto the feet and working on straightening the legs and the back. Take a second to balance here. Pull your legs in nice and close to the body. Bending into your knees, let's let the legs go at a 90-degree angle and open up through the arms. Another breath here. Good. Drop the feet down. Let's make our way onto our backs. Knees are tucked in nice and close to the chest. Take a few rocks back and forth here, side to side. This is always a nice little massage for the low back. When you're ready, bring your feet up to the sky. Nice straight legs. We're going to just open and close the legs, bringing the feet together and then out to the side. Make sure you flex your feet, leading with your heels. Legs are nice and straight here. Keep going. And 2 more. On the last one, we're going to hold out to the side. Flex those toes back towards your face. Good. Feel free to grab onto the backs of the legs, maybe pull them a little bit closer. And heels together. From here, let's drop the feet back down to the mat. We're going to lift the hips as high as you can. You can interlace the fingers behind the back, rolling up onto the big meat of the shoulders. Holding the hips high, breathing deep down into the belly. Release your hands and let your hips fall back down to the mat. And coming into our plow pose or shoulder stand, the legs can come all the way up over the head. And they can just float there, or maybe the toes are coming all the way down to the ground behind you. Play with this. Maybe the knees come beside the ears. And as we move into our shoulder stand, the legs come all the way up, making the body as straight as we possibly can. And slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lowering all the way back down towards the mat. The heels touch down, and here we are in our Shavasana. Palms are facing up. Take a big inhale and exhale. When you're ready, rolling onto your side and slowly coming back up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga sequence. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and comment on this video. And I hope this little yoga sequence made you feel better, move better, sleep better, breathe better, all of the above. So until next time, we'll see you later.